It's true that I'm a bad bitch. Bitch, I eat my rice and fried fish. Half of your hoe don't know how to cook this. Hey y'all, I'm back. It's Dāsha. It's Sunday, the 20th, and it is homecoming week. There's some events planned for this week, and then the homecoming game on Saturday, maybe parties. I'm not gonna be here because I'm going home this weekend to do my hair and get my new phone. So I'm gonna miss the festivities. I'm hoping that it's dead so I don't miss nothing. So I won't get back and they're like, oh, it's lit. But who knows? Here today I started reading some of my chemistry book and watching videos as I was reading to understand better. I'm gonna do some more chemistry reading tomorrow since my class for chemistry is on Tuesday, and I'm gonna work on physics. I think I'm gonna actually implement the calendar of studying that I've had in my mind for the past 4 weeks, and I'm going to study for the classes the night before the classes. Does that make sense? Basically, if I have chemistry and math on Tuesday, Monday night I'm gonna study for it, and I'm gonna do that all week. Hopefully I get into like a habit of studying or whatever. Spend maybe 2 hours, an hour and a half on each subject and see how that goes. I'm gonna implement some tutoring appointments on a weekly basis, and I'm gonna go to some office hours. I need to pass these classes, and I need to do what I can to pass classes. So I'm gonna do all this, and by the next test I'm gonna see how well it's working, and hopefully it's working. So yeah, I'm gonna start that homecoming week. But yes, a couple of events that are this week that I can't wait to bring you guys to. So get ready. I look like that lady that's on that poster that's like a little bit. But I have my hair set, and I'm not going to take it out tomorrow. I'm going to take it out Tuesday, because Tuesday night there's this black and white affair where you dress up or whatever. And I was thinking my hair is going to be so bomb tomorrow. And then Tuesday, it might still be bomb, but it's going to look like old bomb, not just set the bomb off bomb, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be new bomb, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just took it out and I fluffed it and that's it. So I'm gonna take it out Tuesday, and by Tuesday night, since my hair will be out in the elements, it will puff up and do what I want to do. And I just gotta take my shower and be straight. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Oh, and if you guys have noticed that some of my talking videos where I'm just sitting down and talking to the camera are lagging, the audio doesn't sync up with the recording of the video, it's because I use this camera in the back. I use that camera for it. And I think I might just switch to just using this camera for everything, because the audio seems to sync up with this camera and not that one. I don't want to, put this camera in overtime, but it should be able to take it. So unless I can figure out another way to sync up the audio with the video, so I can use that one, I'm just going to use this one for my sit down and talk videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I just hit a milestone on my channel. I have 1,000 views all together, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm so appreciative. I'm so filled. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you guys for supporting me. That's a form of support for watching my videos. No matter if you just clicked it and clicked out, I still got that view, honey. So thank you. So it has just come to my attention that some freshmen decided to make a Straight Outta Carrollton parody. I already put the name out there, so that means they probably don't get views from this. I don't want them to because I don't like it. Simply because I love the group NWA. And for them to take such a powerful song, such as Straight Outta Compton, and to flip it with this garbage, it just makes me mad. Like, it just disappoints me so much. You can't take a great song such as that and flip it into some mess like this. Like, what were you thinking? I mean, I know y'all was probably doing it for fun, but it didn't work out at all. Like, I hate it so much. And this shit, I know it's gonna get around. It's already got 242 views. It was some funny parts, but I mean, just listening to their lyrics overall, some of the stuff they're saying is so stupid. And I'm just thinking back to the actual song Straight Outta Compton, and I see some resemblance of what they're trying to do. They're talking about Carrollton, but they're not really talking about Carrollton as a city. They're talking about the university that West Georgia is on, but they're calling it Straight Outta Carrollton. They should have called it Straight Outta UWG. I just really don't like this. So yeah, it's Tuesday of homecoming week. Yes, I'm about to go to my class. My class starts at 3:30. It's 3 o'clock, and I have to trek across town to get to this class. So yeah, I started making tutoring appointments, and I'm gonna start doing some extra problems because I haven't been doing that. So maybe if I'm doing extra problems in each of these classes, I'll get a better outcome. And I also just realized, even though people have been telling me the whole entire time, that I'm taking 3 maths, basically physics, chemistry, and pre-calculus. So maybe there's a way that I can get at least a 70, but I want you guys to see my outfit, so I'm about to show you guys. This is my outfit. You know, nothing too much, but I've been getting like a lot of stares, and I don't know if it's because this outfit. I don't really care, but I have 3 classes today, so after this 3:30, I have a 5:30, and I'm finished. So I'm glad they're back to back, and I don't have like no huge break in between the 2 last ones. Now I have a break between the first one and this one, and that's fine with me. I can get myself together and maybe do a little studying before this one, but that's not too bad. I want to get these last 2 over with, and I can. Tonight there's gonna be black and white affair, something, and I'm gonna take you guys, of course. I'm gonna get dolled up as I can get, and we'll see how it goes. Talk to you guys later. Hey y'all, okay, I have some wardrobe issues, but it's now 8:26, so whenever I finish my physics lab, I'm gonna head on there. I had a meltdown because one of my dresses didn't fit, and this one, the zipper kept on coming down. So I got discouraged, and I just told my friends I wasn't gonna go, so they went on without me. I'm hoping they don't come back early, because once I finish this, I'm gonna go. Red lip on and gone there. I just hate how things discourage me so easily. So yeah, I guess I can show you guys my outfit. Here's my outfit. And I'm not gonna put a jacket on with it. And I'm probably gonna put on my faux septum, my black purse, and that's it. I know I probably sound so down right now, and I am, but it'll be better. I hope my friends don't like think I'm a drama queen or whatever, but whenever I get like real discouraged about something, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to bring those vibes. So one of them was knocking on my door and was like, "Are you okay?" I don't like answering back. Like, I don't like to bother people with my issues. Let me go ahead and do this and then come back.
Hello? Can y'all see me? So I'm at this little black and white affair. I'm hungry. These little hors d'oeuvres.
Where the hell is she?
They didn't even like coat my stomach. You know how some food coat your stomach? It didn't even coat my stomach, bro. It went straight through. These little fruits was fresh as hell. There was some fresh fruits, but there was like baby pieces and shit. I am 20. I'm not a baby. Wow. But they have some pretty good speakers and stuff. Next time I'm gonna bring my own lunch because I ain't got time for these.
If I was gonna do it here,
I am Blue Shadow. But yeah. But it's nice so far. You know, the speaker, he said some real shit that I said in my other video. Check out my other video. Yeah, everybody looked nice or whatever. Like I saw a few cake face people, but it's okay. I'm so fucking happy. Your name is Miracle. Oh my god. So anyway,
I was like a little bear.
I'm finna like pan around and show y'all what these people look like, you know what I'm saying? Cause some of these people look nice. Like I ain't never seen these people look this nice. Don't be hiding now. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Okay, Trey Billy, y'all know how I like it.
So yeah. We taking an intermission. I thought intermission was supposed to be like 15 minutes. It's like a 30-minute intermission, bro. I could leave and come back. And this dude came in here with a tracksuit on. They said dress nice. He's still in here with a tracksuit on. They said dress up, not dress down.
I saw him with a plate.
That's so terrible.
Most people do that.
That's weird. It's me, Dāsha. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of homecoming week, and I am over school for about a year. This week has been so much. It's been too much realization. It's been too much doubt, too much stress, too much anxiety. Too much overthinking, too much underthinking, too much overestimating, too much underestimating. It's just been a lot in every aspect of this week. And I thought I was just being emotional because y'all know I ain't gonna talk about that. But that's not it. It's, I don't know. Like in these past couple of days, I've just been beat down so much that I just want to go lay in a ball in a corner and just cry for a good 3 hours and contemplate life, like what I'm gonna do next. Like, it's not even funny how many times I have thought about dropping out my classes and going home. I have thought about not coming back next semester, although that's still up in the air. I'm still deciding, and I will keep deciding until my final grades show up. I have thought about changing my major, but every time I seem to, bring up the idea of switching my major, the next question always is, what would I change my major to? I mean, ever since elementary school, I've loved science, and more specifically, I love biology because there is, well, one reason why is there isn't a lot of math and biology. My camera trying to pick up all my clothes. I'm doing laundry, so if I happen to lift the camera up and y'all see clothes on the floor, I'm not a dirty person. It's just about that time to do laundry, since I'm probably gonna go home this weekend. But yeah, ever since I've been younger, it's been biology. I had a love for biology. I've had a passion for biology. I've never liked math. I'm not going to say numbers weren't always my thing, because they weren't. But, I mean, I've been getting better at, like, counting money. So when it comes to stuff like that, numbers are my thing. Like, I can figure out how much change they're going to give me before I even hand them the money. When it comes to that type of math, I got it. I got you. But when you start to do, like, horizontal asymptotes, vertical asymptotes, exponential functions, graphing, log, it depends on what type of log you're doing. But I mean, stuff that's not something I can be like, oh, I got it. I just don't want to do it. And I mean, that's all part of the challenge, right? To like figure something out, and then once you figure it out, move on to the next thing that you don't know to do. But it's just like recently I've just been giving up so easily. Like, I guess I've been just beat down too much that I just don't want to get back up. But I just like life sciences. I like learning about the earth and the crust and the mantle, and animals and the different families of animals and ecosystems and stuff. I like that type of science. I don't like the math behind the science. I don't like chemicals and equations and shit, unless I'm just mixing chemicals together and we're not getting specific. We're not trying to figure out how much the reactants are going to be if the compound is a combustion or some shit like that. I don't like that, because then percentages and all that shit comes into it, and for me, it takes the fun out of science. So I can honestly say I'm a physical science girl. So yeah, like, I've contemplated changing my major, but the question then is, what would I change it to? What other biology or what other science is there to do besides geology? But it's no animals really involved in geology. It's about the earth that I could change my major to that's offered at this school. I mean, I haven't really looked into that. Maybe I should. But who's to say that I probably won't still be struggling to take these same exact classes? It's just been beating me down. Today, I guess it hit me the worst, especially since I got my physics test back. Yeah. But like I said, I already know what the deal was. I didn't really do too many practice problems, and then the ones that I did get to go over, I read it wrong. So those were easy points that I lost I could have had. But the teacher put a curve on the test anyway. But I just know what to do next time. But the thing is, right now, I'm like, okay, I know what to do next time. So when am I going to start doing what I need to do? It's like I'm putting off what I need to do until right before the test. And I'm like, oh, let me do some practice problems the night before the test. Like, that's really going to help. It's not going to help. But at the same time, with me having all these tutoring sessions, and then I went to the counseling center today because I just don't think I handle stress and anxiety and all that well. And, because I don't know how to handle that well, some other things might be wrong with me. So I just want to make sure so that I can get the help that I need, or I can just, know I'm okay, I'm normal, whatever. But, me making all these appointments and then classes and all of that. And then my physics teacher decided to basically add like another class, because the way that most sciences, well, most major sciences are, is that you have your lecture, you have your workshop, and then you have your lab. So when I took biological diversity, I think biological diversity was just lecture and lab. But when I started getting into chemistry and then math and then pretty sure other sciences like that, you have your lecture, your workshop, and your lab. And your workshop is basically to help you in lecture. It's basically, I'm looking at it as a big study group, but you get graded on it. So I mean, it can easily boost your grade or bring it down depending on how you take it. But so since his class didn't already come with like a workshop, he added one. So he had everybody put a time they can make, and that was it. So I have another class added onto my schedule. Now I feel like if I schedule everything correctly, I'll still have time afterwards to pretty much study and do practice problems. But I'm just sorting that out. And on top of that, the tutors, they're there for us, but most of them are students themselves. Most, if not all, are still students, so they still have classes, and they're still fitting that in their personal schedule. So sometimes when I want tutoring at a certain time, the tutor may not be available. Like for physics, it's been such a pain to get a tutoring session for physics. But I've had so far maybe 2 to 3 math tutoring sessions. And I mean, they're whenever I need them. But physics, like the craziest thing was I made an appointment for tomorrow, Thursday. Now Thursday is my longest day. I start class at 11 and I don't get out till 7, basically at night. And in my mini break, right after my chemistry workshop, which ends at 2:50, and right before my pre-calculus class, which starts at 3:30, they decided to throw in a tutoring session. And this is why I don't do it through the system that I did it through that one time. I usually call up there and I'm like, hey, can I get a tutoring session? We do it on the phone. I did it through like an automated system. So it just picked the time and threw it in there. I don't understand why the automated system doesn't pull up my schedule and pick a time that's the best based on my schedule. I mean, I guess that's good because it's an opening slot. But that's too much on a person. And then on top of that, I made like 3 appointments at one time. So the other 2 appointments were at the same time on the same day. How did they think that was going to work? I mean, I was expecting a call. Hey, we scheduled 2 appointments at the same time on the same day. Would you like to change them? No call. So I guess I was just going to walk in and it was like, oh, it seems like you're here for 2 appointments. Anyway. So, I mean, I've been really good with getting pre-calculus help. I have yet to get chemistry help because since this is my second time taking it, surprisingly, as opposed to pre-calculus, I have a better grasp of what's going on in class. Like, I'm following along with them in class. I'm doing problems as we go along in class, and I'm getting them correct for the most part. Workshop, I'm doing pretty good, but you know, I'm still going to try to incorporate some practice problems in there whenever I find time. And yeah, but it's just draining, you know. And so after I'm bouncing around, but it's whatever. But this morning after my physics class, I was just so defeated. I was so done. So I made an appointment for the counseling center. I was like, I need to talk to somebody about this. I need to figure out what's wrong with me. Maybe they can figure out, you know, a solution to the problem. I also have an issue with focusing, and I know that's a big part of studying. You have to be able to focus. I'm not able to focus most of the time. So whenever I do get in the mindset where, hey, I want to do some pre-calculus, that's when I try to do it. Because any other time, it doesn't matter if I'm at my computer, which is one of my biggest distractions along with my phone. It doesn't matter if I put my phone on silent mode. You know, I don't know. I just can't focus on whatever I'm trying to study. And I always end up picking up my phone or getting on the computer and searching something up. And then I try to come back to it and it's like, it's not working. So I really don't know what to do. But I'll get there. I was just so defeated. But I know it gets better. And you know, this afternoon I started thinking, my motivation needs to be to get back to my biology classes, because for some reason at my university we have to take all these other sciences before we get back to the sciences that we're really there for, which is so dumb to me, but that's just what I'm working towards. I'm like, let me run through these chemistry courses and these physics courses so I can get back to what I love. Yeah, today nothing special happened. It was rare to get fed, but from the times that they was going to give food out to the people who were red, I was somewhere, nowhere near. I don't know what's tomorrow, and then it's Friday. I've been going back and forth about going home this weekend too. It's like, if I go home, I'm gonna be able to possibly rest a little bit, maybe even do some practice problems, do my hair, get my new phone, and spend a little time with my family. So I was gonna come back, Miss No. I was thinking the other day, I was like, why am I so excited to get a new phone? I don't have anybody to text besides my friends. I mean, but that they don't count. My friends and family don't count. I be wanting like a dude to text. I'm just playing. I'm not playing, but we're gonna stop it right there. But then the flip side of me going home is I'm gonna miss homecoming festivities, missing parties and stuff. But you know, since all this has gone on this week and I've just been so defeated, I'm at the point where I'm not in a homecoming mood. I'm not in a homecoming headspace. It doesn't feel like it's homecoming. It's just been such a stressful week. I just want to just go in some covers and just hibernate. I don't even feel excited for the weekend. It's a place where I don't care that it's homecoming. I don't care anymore. I don't care that I'll be missing out on parties. I really don't care. I just want to go home. You know how sometimes home is the comfort zone? I just want to go home. Just want to go home. Maybe clear my head a little bit. You know, calm myself down. Get myself back in the headspace so I can come back and do what I need to do. It's just too much involved in staying or whatever. Or going home Friday night, coming back Saturday morning. It's just too much. I feel old. I just feel like that's too much. But for some people, they like to go. I don't feel like going. I'm not in a go mood right now. Maybe it'll change in a couple of hours, days, weeks, months, whatever. But right now, I feel like all that ripping and running will tire me out. I wouldn't even make it to the game. I'll come in here and go to sleep. But enough of me rambling. See you guys later. Y'all, like, this is like the second time that like somebody done got me fucked up. Like, let me tell y'all about the first time, basically. Can I just sit this right here? Okay. So on Monday, on Monday I have one class, one at 9 o'clock, and then, you know, we got that new class added to our schedule because of physics workshop or whatever. So basically I have 2 classes, if you want to count workshop as a class. I skip workshop because, first of all, he didn't make it clear and say that we would be going to the same time every week. The week that we signed up, he said pick a time that you can make it this week. Now I know what some of y'all are thinking. You could have asked him and da-da-da-da-da, whatever. Look, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Bullshit. Okay? Woulda, coulda, shoulda bullshit. Sometimes when you thinking in the moment, you don't sit back and think, well, maybe it's for every week. Maybe it's not just this one time. Maybe I'm thinking every week he's going to give us a sign-up sheet. Or at the end of each week, we're going to get a sign-up sheet for the next week of workshop. Because it's not a mandatory workshop. We're getting extra points for it. So, and he said we only had to go to a certain amount out of the total amount given. So I'm like, I can just miss this one. I'm just not feeling up to it. Cool, I'll just go to all of the rest of them. So, but after workshop, I had a tutoring appointment for pre-calculus. So I went. But I was late because I was just so tired. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So I get up late and I'm like, I'm hoping a bus is there. I gotta book it. So I'm walking, I have my headphones on and I'm walking out of the residence hall, the dorm. I'm calling it a residence hall because that's what our university likes to call it. It's not a dorm. It's more than that. Fuck all that. For some people, it's just a place to sleep. And even then, they don't sleep there. So, for the dorm, that's what it was. Okay? So, when I have my headphones on, I don't hear anything. I see stuff, but I don't look too deep in it. So I'm walking out and I have music playing, but I have my mind on, okay, how am I going to make it to this appointment? It's almost time for the appointment to start. Because it started at like 3 something. And I got out of the residence hall at like 2:50. And so, all of a sudden, I have my book bag on. All of a sudden, you guys, I'm walking and I feel like I'm being pulled back. Let me demonstrate this for y'all. Okay. So this is me right now. I'm walking and I feel like I'm being pulled back. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, am I tripping? Am I starting to feel stuff? Like, this don't usually happen. So I turn around and it's this white girl. She's talking to me. Guys, I have on sound canceling headphones. If you don't know the rule by now, don't talk to somebody when they have earbuds in or headphones. I would much rather you tap me or wave. It's gonna irritate me for that quick second, but it's much better than just walking up to me and expecting me to know what you're talking about. Because most of the time when people do that, they be like, oh, my bad. Or they be like, oh, I'm sorry. Unless they a friend or family or whatever, that's cool. But she's just talking a million miles an hour, and I take my headphones off. First of all, I'm still sleepy, so I'm not really registering what just happened. It's funny because all the messed up things that people do to me happen to me when I'm half asleep and I'm not alert enough to be like, what the fuck? I'm not alert enough to just go off on their ass. So yeah, basically she wanted me to slot her in because she left her card or whatever, and she was just nervously talking or whatever. Now that I think about it, she was nervously talking like she knew what she did was rude, and she wanted to just like calm things down. She better be lucky I was sleepy, because had I not been sleepy, I would have said, what the fuck? Because what possesses you to think it's okay So first of all, I didn't know her from a can of paint. That was my first time seeing, no, that was my second time seeing her, because I saw her earlier that day. And I guess she thought it was okay because I saw her earlier. Sometimes you see people with your headphones on and they just a passing color. So she was saying that. She was like, oh yeah, I left my key and I recognize you. And I slid her and kept going. But I know, like, as I was walking, I was sleep talking in my head. I was like, did she really just pull me back? She really just did that. But then, you know, it went out my head and I started, you know, working on getting to my advising appointment. But now that I'm thinking back on it, what makes you think it's okay to do something like that to a person you don't know from a stick of paint? I always say this, I'm gonna preach this till the day I die. You don't know what a person is capable of. Always make your best impression. Always approach someone as if, how do I say this? Always approach someone with respect. You know, you don't know what they're capable of. I could have been crazy as fuck. I could have been insane. I could have been pretending to be a student and I escaped from a mental asylum somewhere and she wouldn't have known that. So for her to just, she yanked me, y'all. Like when I demonstrated that, I was walking and I just felt a pull back. It's like she grabbed me and then she kind of pulled a little bit. And I'm like, I turned around because I'm thinking it's my friends or whatever. I would have been like, yo, chill, whatever. I don't know this bitch. So for this bitch, that really got me hot. Like now that I'm thinking about it, that shit's real fucked up. I would never do that to nobody. Because that's not right to do. You don't just tug on nobody's book bag. What the fuck is wrong with, I'm sorry, I'm cussing so much. But it's just making me mad. Think about it. Like, what's your malfunction, bro? What the fuck? So that happened. And I'm still trying to figure out what makes you think that that's okay to do that to somebody you don't know at all. She don't know nothing about me except that she saw me earlier that day. She don't know nothing about me, y'all. Nothing. She don't know me. But she just decided to do that because she thought it was okay. I would have much rather her tap me hard or something, because I was in the zone, because I'm late, first of all. So after I slid her in, I'm like, damn, that put me back a couple more minutes. So I'm late, so I'm not looking at nothing. I'm not looking for nobody. Like, I could have had a boyfriend. He could have been walking up to me. I would have been gone. But I'm not seeing her because, first of all, she was at a car. So I'm thinking she talking to the person at the car or whatever. When I thought back on it, I'm like, okay, so I did see her turn around from the car, but it's not connecting from her turning around in the car to her pulling my book bag. If I would have saw that coming, I would have dodged it or something. That's just not what you do, especially to somebody you don't know. I'm not even finna bring color into this. You don't do that, period, point blank. In my head, that's disrespectful. You want to fight the way she pulled my book bag, the way if I would have been, you know, dizzy or something, I feel like I would fail. Cause she gave a good little tug to where I had my leg in the air trying to get my balance and then step back. Like I was doing a matrix in the air and shit while this girl was pulling me. Like, I'm not gonna never let that go. So the second incident just happened, like literally before I got this camera. So y'all know Empire come on tonight or whatever. So my roommate Zai came in, we was talking for a while. I was like, let's go watch Empire. So I was already washing clothes, and in our laundry room, it's like a big old TV right there. So when we got in there, I turned to the channel and I noticed like the volume was lower than normal. And I'm like, the volume wasn't this low before, because I remember when I had first turned on the TV, like the first week or so of school, like the volume was pretty loud. But the volume was pretty low and I wasn't understanding why it was so low. Like usually the volume isn't that low. And it was on like 30 something. So I'm like, what's wrong with the TV? I I turned the TV on 100 because that's the only way I could hear that TV in there. For one, washers and dryers are going, so of course that cancels out some of the sound. And then the sound from the TV is jacked up, because I know when I turned to a different channel it was loud, but when it was on another channel it was kind of soft. So I don't know what that issue is, but yeah, so I put it on 100, and then, you know, I stayed there, and, you know, I watched the opening. And since I was folding up clothes because I was pretty much done with laundry, I was waiting for the commercial so I could run, put my stuff up, come back and watch it. In the process of me watching it, people came in and they started doing their laundry or whatever, and it was this one white guy. I'm having issues with white people, y'all. So anyway, it was this one white guy that came in, and for some reason I was just staring at him. Yes, my intuition was telling me something about him wasn't gonna mesh well with me. But anyway, I was looking at him and I was like, what's going on? And he looked at me, and then he wanted his laundry. So when the commercial came, I scooped up my shit and I took it in my room and I started putting my stuff up. And all the time I was getting a feeling. I was like, what if you come back and somebody done turned the volume down? And that feeling was just like, it's like, it was like a blinking alert in my head. Like it just kept coming back and back and back. And so I was like, let me see when I go back. So I had put up most of my shit and I started walking back, and I was like, I can't hear the TV, because I know when I left I could vaguely hear it around the corner. It wasn't loud to where you could hear everything full blast, but you could make out what the TV was saying. And I noticed when I walked back, I don't know if it was adrenaline pumping to see if somebody turned it down or what, but I couldn't really hear too much of what was going on TV. So I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna wait till I get in there. I get in there and I noticed the volume is so low because the show had came back on. Like I missed maybe parts of it from the commercial. I wasn't fast enough. But the show came back on and I couldn't really hear what the fuck they was saying. So I got instantly irritated then, because I'm like, y'all really waited till I left to turn the TV down when I was clearly there for a good 5 minutes. We was all in there a good 5 minutes, and all you had to be like was, hey, can you please turn it down? You know, I'm trying to study. I would have been like, cool. I even had that thought pop in my head. I was like, I know this is kind of loud, but they can just ask me to turn it down and I'll be happy to do it. I don't mind, you know, if somebody asks me to do something because it's bothering them, I don't mind adjusting for it. Just ask me. Don't just go ahead and be petty or go ahead and be sneaky and do shit, and then when I come back, boom, the shit was done. And I'm just looking like, what the fuck? All you had to do was ask me. So, I was done. I was so done. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to watch it no more. I'm just going to fold my shit up and leave. And I was like, you know, I'm finna find out who did this shit. And then in my head, I was like, I don't know if it was my conscience talking to me or somebody talking to me in my voice in my head. I might sound crazy. I don't care. But anyway, something in my head was like, you can always tell when someone did something in situations like this, when you go to alter it and they stare at you. Yeah. So, you know, that popped in my head and I was like, you know what? I'm finna go turn the TV off and see if he stares at me to see if I turn it back up. That's how I know he messed with it. So, you know, I was like, you know what? After this, I'm gonna fold up my clothes, take to my room, turn this TV off, and be done. So what I did was I walked over to the TV, and the way that the laundry room is set up is it's like a wall. It's like a wall. It's the door, and then it's the TV. So it's a wall, the door to get into the laundry room, and the TV. He was right here where the wall is, so he couldn't see what I was doing. So I went and turned it off, and when I was walking back, I was looking at him, and he was looking at me to see if I was going to turn it back up or whatever. And in my head, I was like, yeah, it was you. You turned the TV down. And in my head, it was just making me so much more upset because I just felt like I'm not that difficult of a person. I know some people, you ask them to do it and they're like, fuck no, and I dare somebody to mess with, you know. That's not me. Like, all you gotta do is be like, hey, you know, the TV's a little loud and I'm trying to work. Can you please turn it down? I would have been like, sure, it's cool. Is this too loud? Is this too loud? Let me know when it's comfortable for you, because we both in here sharing the same space. It's not my TV and this not your room, but you were in here with me, so I might as well accommodate you and we can both be in harmony while we in here. All he had to do. I just feel like he was being so sneaky and so petty and scary about it that, I mean, what's the point? Like, I really hate scary people. I understand people not wanting to deal with conflict, but conflict comes with life. Life ain't easy. Life ain't you always get your way and you never have to deal with conflict. What type of life is that? It's a life where you just ignore problems and you act like problems ain't there. That's not a real life. That's fake life in my opinion. Because if you act like problems ain't there, they either get worse or they come back. And they keep coming back. And they're going to annoy you because you're going to keep ignoring it. You're going to act like the more I ignore it, the more it goes away. It's going to either get worse or it's going to keep coming back. Which one are you going to take? You might as well go ahead and nip it in the bud and keep it going. You know? Just making stuff harder on you. But yeah, I just felt like what he did was so petty. And it could have all been avoided. You know, a simple question, hey, can you please turn that down? Would have been cool with me. You never know until you ask. I mean, I could have been one of them ratchet black hoes that would have been like, I was in here first. I could have done that. And then he could have went to the RA. Or then he could have did that petty stuff. But me being me, if I would have done that, I would have understood why he turned it down. But I don't know. It's just the way people handle situations. I just don't understand. It could all be handled in such different ways. I don't have time for this. This just is making me tired thinking about it. But yeah, I just felt like I should tell you guys this or whatever. People just got me fucked up. Oh, okay. Guys, it's Thursday. Since I'm going home this weekend, I might as well go out. Turn up. This one look like. Okay. Don't look at my socks. I feel like I've been looking so 90s lately. This got bigger, y'all. Like, this was never this big on me. Like, not to show y'all my goodies. Key in the cut. Y'all can see her. Well, y'all saw her. So yeah. So we're going out to a friend's house to chill and hang out and listen to some music and chill. You know what I'm saying?